coaching and, doing assessments and learning about, different energies. But since 2017, I've really dived into some other parts that have really been helpful, not only for myself, but my clients. So I also use astrology, I use meditation, and as many of you know who purchased my book, I believe travel is an incredible transformational tool, right? All these things unlock that part of us that sometimes we put to the wayside. And so today, Anjl and I just want to remind you that, if you're seeing this right now, stop what you're doing, jump on with us, have some fun. We can do this all in about 15 minutes, right? Anjl gave me a little sneak peek earlier today. And so Allison, thank you for being here. We see your lion there in the background. Why don't you share with everyone who you are?
Hi, I'm so glad I saw your post at the last second and could jump on. I am Allison Keeley, and my business is Lioness Communication Coaching, where I do interpersonal communication coaching for individuals and pairs. And I bring a unique perspective in that I worked with animals for 20 plus years, both wild and domestic, including lions.
I love it.
Attached to this topic indeed.
Awesome. Well, just a little background on the Lion Gate for those of you who don't realize is that so it happens in August, and the story goes that do you all know the constellation Orion? I think I left my Orion inside.
I know Orion, the belt.
Right? Orion is the one, right, that has, let me get my marker here, right? Orion's the one with like the 4 dots, right? And then there's the 3 across. I gotta draw it a lot bigger so we can see this. So my pen was going on here. So Orion has the 4 stars, and then it has 3 stars across, and then there's 1 star kind of hanging a little bit below the belt, right? We see that in the sky. Well, the story goes that in Egypt, right, the pyramids were actually built to make sure that when the pharaohs are put to sleep, that there's part of it that they can see, and they align with the 3 stars that are in Orion's belt. And so today, isn't that cool? I didn't know that. And so today in the sky, from an astronomy point of view, right? This isn't just astrology, that the sun and Sirius, the star that's kind of hanging here, are aligned. And that's the energy that when the pharaohs were in their, their tombs, that they then had access to kind of help them get to the other side. So whether or not you believe in the stars and the energies, why not, right? When you think about the sun, right? The sun is, we wake up with the sun, we go to sleep when the sun's not there, things grow when the sun is closer to the earth, things kind of get, hibernate when the sun goes away. So if you just think about that sun energy, it really plays a big part in our life. And in astrology, each and every one of us have Leo somewhere in their chart. And so after Anjl shows us how to draw her lion, which is awesome, I'll just spend a couple of minutes kind of sharing with you where Leo is in each one of the natal chart positions, so you can know where you are focusing your energy to manifest with this amazing Lion Gate energy. So I am going to turn it over to you, Anjl, right?
Okay.
And so what do we need to do?
So I have paper. A back of an envelope works just fine. Digital tablet, high tech also works. Okay. Shopping bag, whatever you've got near you. Julie has so much paper. If any of you need to borrow any, Julie's got the hookup right there.
Okay.
I also have these pro tools, a pencil and a Sharpie. Highlighter works. I'm going to draw a template first and then draw the actual lion on top of it. That's what I'm doing. You can also just draw lightly for the template and then harder for the lion if you want to. We're using super basic shapes, and really when you think about it, anything you draw is just super basic shapes. 2 of my favorite art shapes we're going to be working with today, the circle and the parentheses, which is a part of a circle.
Who thought the parentheses was this artistic thing, right?
So handy. Who'd have thought art would be so attainable and so enjoyable? Okay, so here's my paper. I'm going to start with a circle. I don't know how good it's going to be. I have had so much caffeine today. What? Not bad.
So should we kind of put it in the center of the paper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put it in the
center center of the paper. We're going to do a template for the lion's head to begin with. Very lightly, I'm going to make a plus sign right in the middle of that circle.
Okay, and for all you Virgos out there, don't get caught up you being technical and perfect. This is Leo energy. You're allowed to draw outside the lines.
Yes, and also it's just the template. No one line that you make is ever going to be that important that it's going to
Right.
wreck the whole thing. Trust me. I'm going to extend 3 of the lines a little bit like that, the top and the 2 sides.
And the top, okay.
The bottom, I'm going to extend maybe twice as far. Whew,
Okay.
so much going on right there. Okay. All right. At the bottom of the circle where the 2 lines meet, I'm going to make 2 smaller circles that don't intersect each other, but they intersect the bigger circle. Maybe like a third of it is inside
Yep,
the
okay.
big circle. Not perfect, but awesome. It's just the template. We're still in the template, right?
Okay.
Okay.
How you doing so far, Allison? You're following along? We haven't lost you yet? All right.
So good.
Good.
Okay.
So good. All right. I am going to make a straight line that connects the edge of my big circle to the edge of my little circle here, like that.
Okay, so like halfway down in this like
Yeah,
quadrant.
Yeah, if you hold your pencil wherever it's going to sit, by the time it touches the other circle, that's where the line goes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So kind of,
And then again, extend it down a little bit.
oh, it goes past. Oh, see this
Goes
one?
past it. Same over here. When you line it up with your straight edge, which is probably your pencil, it's wherever that's going to hit, and then extend it down a little bit.
Okay.
And then here comes my first sighting with my favorite art shape, the parentheses.
There we go. There's the parentheses.
So handy.
All right. It looks like an alien to me so far. But okay.
That's okay. It's a template. This is kind of like life, right? Nothing looks perfect until you work it a little bit. And
Right.
okay, so from the my top line up here, if I split the right side or the left side in half, about here, right, and then go down a little bit, starting at that point right there, I'm going to make another parentheses that looks as if maybe it's just a continuation of my circle down here, right? I just joined it right in there to kind of make a backward 6, kind of.
So come like from the bottom of the circle and almost like 3/4 of a way up, kind of maybe.
There's so much math in there, and I do not have a left lobe. You guys, my mom says I qualify for handicap parking. I'm looking into it. But if I split this half of the circle in half again, so about here, and then just south a little bit.
All
That's
right,
how I found that point.
All right.
And then just kind of parentheses it right into the edge of my smaller circle there.
All right. Allison,
Right?
you following it so far?
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Now those of you who are kind of
So
our voyeurs out there, we don't know, right? Because we're in the Zoom room right now. So if you want to come join us in the Zoom room, please come on in. It's a lot more fun when there's more people in here. Okay.
better with an audience. Okay.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to make little more circles up here. If our big circle was a clock, our new circles would be about at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, right? Also good hand position if you're driving a car. We'll circle there. About 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Or even close to the same size. You know what? That's okay.
Okay.
More charm.
More charm. Oh, I got a lot of charm in mine going on then.
So much charm.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see, where's the edge of the circle? Who can tell? It's easier on this side, so we'll start here. I'm just going to come in from the edge a little bit and make a parentheses that basically is pretty parallel to the top of my circle. So almost to the top of my little circles up here, and just a big parentheses that it goes pretty parallel to.
Like a headset.
Yes, like a headset.
Here we go. I'm going to make a headset. All right. Okay.
All right.
I just bought some new ones at the dollar store, so that's why it was on my mind.
Quality.
I got all these free headsets on the airplane the last couple weeks, and then I went to go to the gym the other day, and my Beats weren't working, so I thought I'd use all the ones that I got from the plane, and I threw them all away. So I'm like, I gotta go to the dollar store.
That's hilarious. Okay, so whatever this distance is up here, I'm going to double it.
We got some more people.
More people. Hi, Teresa.
Hey, hey Teresa.
How are you?
Hi, I was in Facebook, but I decided to come over here. So
Okay,
So
since you,
good.
so have you started yet?
Yay!
Oh, good. Hey,
Nailing it.
Lisa,
So
thanks
good.
for joining us. Started yet?
Yay!
Oh, good. Okay,
Hi, guys.
awesome.
All
So
right.
you guys are up to speed. You were following us in the Facebook group, right?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
hey,
Awesome. Hi, Lisa.
Lisa's calling in from Wisconsin.
Yep,
Oh.
I was following you on Facebook too.
Awesome.
So good. All right.
I don't know how to go back and look over on Facebook, so that's why I was like,
good.
come on over here. I'm still not good at this stuff.
Okay.
If everyone will just indulge me for a moment, I am also from Wisconsin. I'm just going to speak to Lisa in our native tongue for just a moment.
Yes.
Sometime we should go down to the bars and hang out and have 2 tree beers down there.
Ah, yada, eh?
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for that indulgence. Okay, so now I'm going to take whatever this height is here. I'm just eyeball it. I'm going to double it down here, so it's already down there a little bit. I'm just going to make 2 more parentheses. That maybe if this line looked like it was continued here, I'm just going to parentheses all the way down
Okay.
to that line. I said it so fast. I know I've had so much caffeine today, you guys. Got it?
And I've
Same
shut
thing on
down
this
my-
side. Woo!
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so good.
All good.
All right. Now, awesome. So now this is the basic head template for our lion, right? So I'm going back to the middle of the circle again, and I'm going to go back to this half of the line that we had split up right here.
Mhm.
Split. If I go to where the halfway mark is right here, I am going to make a parentheses that is really pretty shallow and maybe just kind of curves up a little bit on the end like that.
So
Almost
it's kinda
straight
on the
across.
line itself. So we made that template, and it's a little line, like it looks like, is it sitting on it a little bit?
It's ish.
Ish.
Yeah,
I like
it's
ish.
in the area.
In the area of, see, we're not
In the
building a home,
area
we're just
of.
being creative, right? In the area of.
In the area of.
Okay.
Then for the top of the eye, it's basically going to be another parentheses, but I'm going to maybe puff it up a little higher first. So puff it up a little higher and then come down. Woo.
This is where my eyes start to get like a little wonky. You were saying, Angel, like,
Yeah.
this is where like the eyes kind of make
Eyes, yeah.
space.
Symmetry is not even a thing anywhere in the world except Denzel Washington, as I understand it. So don't sweat yourself too much. Plus, this is still just the template. We got places to go yet. Okay, so let's just put in the iris right away. You can always see the bottom of the eye. It's basically a circle that's hanging onto the top of his eye, like that.
All right, all of a sudden our lion's coming alive. What do you think, Allison, the lion expert? What do you think? You seeing it?
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
All right.
All right, now that we know where the eye is, I am going to make cheekbones that kind of start underneath the outside of the eye and then kind of parentheses in toward the the middle of this parentheses on this side, right? So it's basically that. A parentheses kind of from the outside of the eye, aim for the middle of this piece of parentheses right here.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
In the jungle, he's coming. I see him. I feel the energy. He's
That's in my head
again,
now.
You know, just want to stop for a moment. We talk about manifesting, right? Manifesting. There's a quote in it's the ancient Vedic text where it says, I curve onto myself again and again. And the truth is that before we can bring things outside, right, we have to really get clear and go inside. So here it is. Anjl did that for us. She kind of created this masterpiece, but now we're really just allowing to whatever comes up, right? And like you said, Anjl, in the beginning, it doesn't matter, right? This is our creation and we don't want to compare. Like what happens in life when we start to compare, right? It's not good.
Always failing yourself, always.
It's our creation. So just focus and just have fun with the creation that you are creating. That is part of manifesting.
And you can't not create like yourself, right? Your mood affects how you create, your personality affects how you create. Can you imagine if Bob Ross was in on this call with us right now, and also Picasso? Their drawings wouldn't look anything like each other, but they'd both be amazing. Yeah, I like to think of it like that. It's like, yeah, I got my own Picasso going.
Good. And Bob Ross.
Trees. Happy trees.
Happy little trees.
Yeah.
All right, if I just connect the top of the two circles we got going down here, that's where his nose is going to sit, right in there.
All right. I'm getting excited.
This is happening. This is so happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now we're going to kind of clean up. This is pretty much the template right here, right? So I'm going to clean it up a little bit. His ear is not going to be a Mickey Mouse full circle like that. It's maybe just going to be the outside 3/4 or 2/2 of it. Feel free to erase some of your lines. You don't have to if you don't want to, but that's what the ear is actually going to look like, right? Not the full circle. It's not necessary to, I realize the older I get, the more I like to see the lines that are in an artist's work and stuff. I like to see where they worked a little and where they sweat a little and where they changed things a little. There's real, not just beauty, but humanity in that. Oh man, I love to see that. You always take for granted that an artist can just do. Oh no, they sweat over it. They really, art is like yoga. We all can do it, and you're way better on day 800 than you are on day 1. But it's
And
good
it's
for
still
you.
called yoga practice, even on day
Yes.
right?
Yes, art, same thing. If the big plus sign in the middle of his face is bothering you, you can just get rid of that.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go in with my Pro Tool of a Sharpie. You can just draw heavier with your pencil if you want to, or with your pen, but the basic stuff is here. So now we're just going to make this stuff all pretty, right? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Yeah, I did put his nose in. Okay. Yeah.
We don't know one
Oh,
thing.
no, we didn't. We're missing one more line in there. Yeah. So I'm just going to pretty much, wait, I erased part of his eye. That's not going to go well. Okay. So I'm just going to make a little line that starts inside his, the inner corner of his eye, and just kind of parentheses out to the edge of his nose here. To me, it looks like I just drawn a little vase or something. There we go. That's the line we were missing, yeah? There it is. All right, that's better. Okay, so I'm gonna start again with his eyes, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. Now, if I want to, like I said, symmetry isn't everything, but if you want to, now at this point, make them look more like each other. Meh. So yesterday. There's my top line, and he looks really cool and serious if you kind of make that line just even a little bit thicker. So I just kind of go over it twice.
The top one?
The top line, yeah. And then just a regular parentheses on the bottom. And the iris.
Okay, mine's looking less scarish than it did the last time. I was feeling like mine was scarred.
We talked about it. It's all the tilt of the eye, right? Angry, sad, stoic. It's all just, and it's incredible how just the tiniest tilt really changes the personality. And then I'm just going to write over this vase we just made. I'm just going to make that line. So something that I pointed out to Julie when I'm drawing fur, a really good, easy way to do it is just a zigzag made of parentheses. There's that parentheses again. But if I zigzag parentheses, it kind of looks like that. Fur. So you can have it if you have the parentheses almost horizontal, very furry.
Oh, you're creating his fur, okay.
Lay the parentheses down a little bit, less furry. You've got choices. I'm going to do not super furry on the inside of his face. And just the two parentheses we had on the outside there.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm just going to put his nose in right away, and you can make the top of his nose straight across, just like we did there, or you can make two very shallow parentheses on the top of his nose there.
I liked that version better.
Yep.
Kind of
Yep.
put in parentheses.
A couple of people in this group have seen way more lions than I have, which is 0. So you can keep the curve of the 2 circles there we made for the inside of the nose. Another thing you can do is just go straight together on the bottom and then use that curve from the balls to make his nostrils.
Oh.
Right? Super not symmetrical. That's okay.
All right, how's everybody coming along? We didn't lose you yet. We got our lion coming off our page. There we go. Awesome.
I am going to ignore the 2 inside lines right here, 1 and 2. I'm going to start out here and make a really close zigzag that comes all the way down and then meets at the nose like that.
Oh, okay. And do we erase the ones that we didn't use?
You certainly can. Sometimes I get to the end just in case
Yeah.
I need those lines for something and then erase. That looks so good, Julie.
Looking better than before.
But like we said, you're way better on day 800 than day 1, right? And you're on day 2, drawing 2.
Mine too.
So I'm gonna make his chin a little bit shaggier than I've made the rest of the hair inside here. And I like to come down one side and then also come down the other side. It's just easier for me to make that zigzag look nice than try to go down on one side and then opposite land to go the way up again. It's just easier for me. Awesome.
And you know what's interesting too, ladies, you want to try, like, so as I'm sitting here drawing and looking at my face here, I look at it here and I'm like, and then I look at it at the camera and I'm telling you, it looks completely different. The one in the camera looks like it's coming alive like a lion. Over here, I'm like, really? And Anjl, what were you saying about that?
I teach people online for a living, and I can tell you we are not kind to ourselves, and we all feel that way. It's creativity is just kind of taught and judged out of us when we are 7. And so take a photo of what you're doing. It will give you emotional objectivity from what you're doing. I say a lot of jokey things, but that thing is dead serious. Trust the camera, because it's taking away all the judgment you have on yourself for the line you just put down. When you're looking at it through a camera lens, you're looking at it as a whole. And you're like, oh, you know what? That's pretty good. And also that's how your brain will see it like 3 days from now. But what in process, we're just super busy beating ourselves up.
Right, and Leo itself, its shadow side of the astrology side is he's seeking approval from the outside, right? He needs applause from the outside. And so part of this exercise is just for us to tap in to an energy of that playfulness. And how are we going to use this playfulness? Because going into the next 4 months, there are going to be some challenges. And so this is going to be a great reminder to hang this somewhere, right?
Yes.
About this day of magic, and remind yourself that it's okay to slow down. It's okay to have fun, right? This is just as real as all the other stuff that's going on. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Anjl.
Absolutely. And when you think about the fact that this is a little piece of you, separate from you, it's on a piece of paper, and it's just a little bit easier to learn self-acceptance on this piece of paper than it is with maybe our face that we've been looking at for our whole lives, right? So another thing that I do when I'm working on things is I just yell, I nailed it. I nailed that part at myself the entire time I'm drawing, because either I really did nail the thing and I should celebrate that, or I can just laugh at myself a little bit and move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Both valid, I say. Yeah. All right, I'm going to give him a little bit of a widow's peak because fancy. And I'm just going to zigzag just like we've been doing on his face all along the outside here, straight to the straight line that's over here. And I'm gonna, widow's peak. You can draw it on first if you want to, like that, but I just widow peaked. I just freehanded that because I'm a professional. And then just straight down. And just the same thing on the other side.
It is actually easier going down and down. I find that. Thanks for that.
Ergonomics is a thing.
Right. Hello there, cutie pie. Okay.
I'm gonna just draw the tops of his ears in that I have. It's just basically the letter C over here and the backwards letter C over here. And they're a little bit shaggy. I'm gonna make maybe the outside a little shaggy, maybe the inside not so shaggy. You do you. I honestly don't know. That looks good. The outside of the mane is going to be just like the cute little manageable fur we've been putting on the outside of his face, only more exaggerated. So longer zigzags, right? Longer. Woo. Down the other side.
You know, and what I'm noticing too, trying to find that quiet in the day, and so many people, resist meditation. And one of the things that I teach in intuitive meditation isn't just sitting still, right?
Yes.
Meditation can be out there gardening, Teresa, I love to hike, if you love to art. I mean, I'm just the calmness that's coming over me in just doing this. Like, it's
I
just
love
a
that.
wonderful, just a very, very grounding in an energy that's fire, right? But it's really,
I love that.
it's really
Exactly. When I meditate, I sit in a darkened room, and I'm just doing the top of his head now, just like I did down here, only maybe standing up a little bit on the top. I sit in a darkened room and I spend the entire 15 minutes just beating myself up because I can't shut off my to-do list. But I can draw or paint for a couple of hours and it goes by like that. There's real meditative quality in that. Now sometimes I just add, we've got them nice and shaggy on the outside. Sometimes I just add a little bit of shag also to the inside of his mane. And I just try to make sure that my pen is just always going to move in the direction his hair would go, right? So if you connected this to this, it got the same flow. That's all I'm really aiming for with the hair, with the marks I'm making on the inside, right? Maybe a little bit extra here in front of his ear. When you think about it, these are the same skills we used when we were 5 and learned how to write our names, how to curve your wrist to make a cool S or a G. It's the same skill. It's not any different. It's just a comfort level with your tool and a confidence in your brain. It's a skill, just like learning to write your name was. Oh, we forgot his pupils. Important. They say the larger the pupil, the more trustworthy your character. So you do you as far as
Look
how
at
trustworthy
my
your lion is.
I am like so loving it. Like, anyone want to pick theirs up and show it in the camera? Let's see, Lisa.
Lisa, if you hold it next to your shirt, you don't have to turn off your blow. If you hold it next to your shirt, then yeah, perfect,
Oh my God,
perfect.
Lisa, that's great.
Gorgeous.
That's gorgeous.
Great.
So far.
Allison or Teresa? Oh my God, it's got you. Oh wow,
Woo!
awesome.
Beautiful, Allison. You've obviously been staring at a lot of lions. And Teresa, your character needs a children's book written around it because that was adorable.
My cat is like, what trouble we're gonna get into next?
I love yours. Oh, yours. You definitely went from angry in your last one, Julie, to stoic with this one.
Yeah,
Okay, stoic.
definitely. Change
Yeah.
those in the circle by the snout area. Is that what are we gonna use those at all, or do we erase those?
Nope, we're erasing those. Yep,
We
that was
erase
just
those?
to get to the muzzle. Is that a muzzle on a
Okay.
lion?
Yeah.
It is.
Mhm.
Excellent.
Oh my God, this is so awesome. So again, part of, inviting Anjl on here, as you guys know, astrology is one of my passions. And whenever I have an opportunity to kind of, integrate it into our daily lives and reminding people, like, right, like everyone knows their sun sign, but everyone doesn't realize that they actually have all the energy in their chart. So, for those of you who know your chart, right, you want to go on and find where Leo is hanging out. Like, so for me, Leo is in my 10th house of my career, being seen. Well, this was what I needed to do today, right? I needed to be out there, be creative, but be seen with it, right? Anjl actually has her Leo in the 7th house, right? It's partnership. So it was a really good day for her to be out there using her creativity within partnership, right? So if you want, after this, if you don't know how to create your chart, my favorite one, and I'm going to write this in here, my favorite free site is astroseek.com. And you can go in there and create your own chart. And then once you create it, if you want, take a picture of it and drop it in the comments section. And I'd be more than happy to share with you what area of your life is really kind of under this energy, because it's going to correspond this week on Thursday. We actually have a full moon going on, right? So the full moon is when the sun is in one sign and the moon is in the opposite. So again, we have this Leo and Aquarius energy going on. Leo is all about creativity. Aquarius is going to be all about humanity and being in service to a big cause. So where are you being caused to maybe give a little part of yourself, right? Stand up for something. Leo wants to stand up, be seen, shout out. So that's the part of your chart that's being asked of you. And the energy this week is just building up as we get closer to that full moon. So this is awesome. Anjl, this is so great. So tell everyone how if people wanted to work with you more, how can they work with you?
Look up my website. It's brushcapades.com.
Hold on, help me spell it correctly. www.e, is it brush? Oh, it's Brushcapades. B-U-R-S, brush, E-S.
Brush. And then the back half of Ice Capades. I made it up.
I don't know how to spell it. So how do you spell it?
C as in Christopher, A, P as in Peter, A, D as in dog, E, S as in Sam.
Escapades. Is that right? .com.
That is it.
Okay,
Yeah.
There we go. Yes. Yeah. And she does, she does individual programs, she does corporate events. Again, if you're looking to use Anjl and kind of using this type of energy and bringing in creativity, definitely think of Anjl and doing this. But oh my gosh. So what did you guys think? Was this fun?
Lisa, that is so good.
Yeah, right. And so again, now what you want to do is be able to take that picture, right? And then share with me where Leo is in your natal chart. And then what I want you to do is even maybe put some affirmations of those words, right? So for me in my career, it's like, be seen, stand up, be proud, right? Share your voice, be big, be the star, right? Where, for Anjl, it's like, make sure so for couples, I would say, yeah, be playful, right? Be playful, have fun, don't have judgment, right? Allow there to be mistakes. There are no mistakes, right? So where can you use that in your relationships, right? So this is how, we're combining some of the Lionsgate energy with creativity, but I think it's so important to bring it alive so you can actually understand how the energy is serving you, and put today's date on it. Put today's date, maybe put something that you want to manifest by the end of this year, and but the trick is, what you put your attention on, right, grows stronger in your life. So are you going to put attention on I can have this, or is the attention going to be put on I've done this before, it's never worked out for me, it's too late, right? So really use this as a template, right? As almost like a vision board, or something that you can see and be proud of, right? Lion, be proud of, and let's see what we all can manifest. So I'm very excited. Thank you again, Anjl, for coming on. Ladies, thank you for being courageous, right? And to have fun and just to share. And, and I'm just happy that you were here. And again, if you want to put your natal chart in the comments once the post is done, then I'd be more than happy to kind of continue to support you on this journey.
Cool. This was awesome.
Any closing words, Anjl? You're all good over there?
I am so good. I'm just super happy to be here with you guys.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. We'll be doing more of these types of exercises. I was actually sharing with Angel that if you guys notice when we first started, we had the circle and then it had the quadrants. And I said, wow, Angel, I said, in astrology, wouldn't it be cool if we can do something with someone's astrology chart and then create something off the astrology chart as well to make it that cool so you can see your planets but then draw something around it. So we're working on doing things like that over the next couple of months. So stay tuned for those types of classes as well. All right, ladies, everyone have a great day. Go
Thank you.
manifest. And if you want to share like your picture and share it with everyone else, I highly recommend that you do that. And thank you so much for being here. All right, we'll talk again soon. Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.